You want to know something I've never admitted on camera before? The first time someone told me to charge $3,000 for my coaching, I laughed. Not because it was funny, but I was terrified. I thought, who's going to pay me that? I'm just a guy with a statistics background and telemedicine company. I'm not some big name guru. I am not on world stage. I'm just me. And you see right there, right in that fear, I almost made the most expensive mistake of my entrepreneurship career. And here's the thing. If you are a corporate professional sitting on years of expertise and you've been thinking about packaging that expertise into an offer, but every time you think about the price, your palms sweat a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? This video is for you, my friend, because I'm going to show you today why high-ticket offers don't just work, they actually work better. And I'm going to show you exactly why they feel so scary in the first place, because once you understand that, the fear stops running your business. But I'll ask you, of course, to stick in with me because at around the 5th minute mark of this video, I'm going to tell you about a client of mine, a CPA, Director of Finance at a global NGO. And this woman, with 18 years of experience, almost priced her offer at $200. And what we did instead, what happened, is the clearest proof I have ever seen of why your pricing is your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. So I ask you to keep watching. We will get there. So the fear of high ticket pricing is not about the number. I want you to know that. It's about your identity. Let me explain what is actually happening when you feel that fear. You are not scared of the price. You are scared of being rejected at the price. And that's completely different problem. Think about it like this. When someone says no to a $97 course, it feels like, okay, not for them. You move on. But when you put $5,000 on the table and someone says no, every insecurity in your body says, I knew it. I'm not worth that. I should have charged less. You know what I'm talking about. You see that voice right there inside of you. That's what's killing your income. And here's what I want you to understand. That voice isn't wisdom. That voice is what I call corporate conditioning trap. For years, sometimes decades even, you've been in a system where your value was determined by your salary. Think about it. Someone else decided what you're worth. HR set the band. Your boss approved the raise. You were told your expertise had a price, and that price was your monthly pay slip. And now, right now, that you're stepping out and putting a price on your own knowledge, your brain is still glitching because no one in that corporate office ever looked at you and said, what you know is worth thousands per engagement. The fear is a calibration error, not a prophecy. I want you to understand what it is. So let me give you the math that changed everything for me. So option 1, you sell a 97 online course. To make $10,000 in a month, you need 104 buyers, 104 people to find, to warm up, to convert, to onboard, handle questions from, manage refunds from. That's a lot of work. Option B, you sell a $3,000 coaching package. To make $12,000, you need 4 clients. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 conversations, 4 people, 4 results to deliver. Now, I want you to tell me which model sounds less scary when you look at it that way that I presented for you. So you see, my friend, we have been conditioned to think that selling more is always better. More volume, more units, more hassle. But for a busy professional like you, yes, my friend that I'm talking to, someone still working a full-time job, volume is your enemy. Precision is your ally. And precision starts with pricing. You don't need a large audience to make serious money. You need the right offer, priced correctly, in front of the right person. That is what you need, the right offer, priced rightly, in front of the right person. Now, let me tell you a story about my client, Rose. Rose is a CPA, Director of Finance, overseeing financial strategy across the US headquarters and multiple country programs. 18 years of experience, an MBA in strategic management. The kind of person who sees a balance sheet the way a chess grandmaster sees the board. That is Rose that I'm talking about. So when she came inside my King's Court, a premium coaching, she knew her staff call. But when we talked about pricing her offer, she hesitated. She said, Coach Richard, who is going to pay me for what I already know how to do? But imagine, I don't know if that sounds familiar. But here's what Rose had that she couldn't see. They are non-profit leaders. I'm talking about executive directors, program managers, sitting on reporting nightmares. Their donor reports are late. Their board doesn't trust the numbers. They are losing funding. Their financial narrative is unclear. That's not a small problem. That is an extension crisis. That's not a small problem. That is an existential crisis for an NGO. Rose had the exact solution. She just hadn't named it, hadn't priced it, hadn't packaged it. So we built the Financial Reporting Clarity Insight program, a deep dive engagement that helps non-profit leaders understand what's blocking clean, accurate board and donor credit reporting and what to fix fast. And we did not price it at $200. The moment Rose saw her expertise through the lens of the pain it solved, not the hours she's put in, the pricing question itself. You don't price based on your effort. You price based on the cost of the problem you solve. Let me repeat that again. You price based on the cost of the problem that you solve. Now, here's the part that surprises most people. High-ticket clients, the ones paying from $2,000 above, $5,000, $10,000, are actually easier to work with than low-ticket buyers of $97. I know that sounds backward, but let me prove it. Think about a flight. Here's a flight. Economy class and first class land at the same airport, same time, same destination. That is true. But the first class passenger, they show up on time. They follow the boarding process. They don't demand 3-bag swaps and complain about the seat width. They paid for the experience. They committed to it and they trusted the process. They hire the investment. They hire the commitment. That's not a sales principle. That's psychology. Behavior economists call it the sunk cost effect. And it works powerfully in your favor when you price premium. So low-ticket buyers ghost you mid-program. High-ticket clients show up to every call. Low-ticket buyers ask for refunds when it gets hard. High-ticket clients push through because they've invested in the outcome. Low-ticket buyers give you half the information. Clients bring receipts because they are serious about the results. And here's the kicker. High-ticket clients give better testimonials because they did the work. They got real results and they want to tell people about it. Your best clients are not the ones who paid you the least. They are the ones who paid you enough to take you seriously. Think about what I'm talking about, my friend. Wahome, CEO of AssureLink Insurance Brokers, co-founder of the African Insurance Women Association. She holds the FCII, the highest professional qualification in the insurance industry. Catherine had decades of industry knowledge. She trained, she led, she built, and she still questioned whether someone would pay premium for what she knew. Can you imagine? So we used phase 1 of my 2-phase offer build. The extraction phase. We pulled out the exact problem her peers in insurance leadership struggled with. The gap between technical knowledge and executive presence. Between passing exams and actually leading in a male-dominated boardroom. The result? The Insurance Leadership Accelerator. Not because we invented something from thin air, but because we packaged what was already there and priced it at a level that reflected the transformation, not the tuition. When your offer solves a boardroom level problem, it doesn't belong on a shelf next to a 49 Udemy introductory course. Premium packaging is not about inflation. It's about accuracy. Think about that. Let that sink in, my friend. So let's come back to the fear because I want to leave you with this. In 2013, I was at a business breakfast here in my city, Kampala. Dr. Myles Munroe was speaking. And he said something that hit me like a flight train. He said the richest place on earth is not the oil fields of the Middle East. It's not the Wall Street. is not Silicon Valley. It's the graveyard. Because in the graveyard are buried books that were never written, businesses that were never launched, offers that were never made, because someone decided the world wasn't ready for what they had. Someone decided. And I've thought about that ever since. The fear you feel when you think about charging $3,000 to $5,000, $10,000, that fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal. Take it as a signal. It means you know this is real, that yes, this is now real. You know that this matters. You know there's a real value on the table. And the fear is just the gap between who you have been told you are and who you actually are. The problem is not that your offer is too expensive. The problem is that you haven't yet seen your expertise through the eyes of the person who desperately needs it. Tony Stark didn't become Iron Man by playing it safe. He built the suit inside a cave with broken parts, under pressure. Your expertise was forged in the cave of corporate experience. The pressure was real. The results are real. The offer is real. All that's left is the price tag. So here's what I want you to do now. Here is what I'm asking you to do now, my friend. Think about the biggest, most frustrating problem in your industry. The one your colleagues complain about Monday morning meetings. The one that cost companies real money, real time, real pain. Now ask yourself this question. Do I know how to solve that? If your answer is even a quiet yes, that's your offer. And it's worth far more than $97. In my 5K offer challenge, we take that quiet yes and turn it into a packaged, priced, client-ready offer using my two-phase offer builder for busy professionals without you quitting your job, burning out, or trying to build a massive audience fast. If you're ready to find out exactly what your expertise is worth and exactly who needs it, the link to book a clarity call with me is in the description. It's a free call, it's 45 minutes long, and it might be the most valuable conversation you've had this year. And secondly, if this video gave you something that shifted your thinking even little, hit that button. Share it with a friend who's been sitting on their expertise. And I want you to subscribe if you're serious about turning your corporate career into something that works for you instead of the other way around. I am Coach Richard Olo, and this is our Beyond Office program. Go build something worth building.